Okay. So alternating current, we have discussed important things, right? Regarding alternating current, alternating current. Okay. So we have seen that any quantities which is changing, or it is, there is a first of all periodic function, and within the period it changes its values, right? And we have started doing calculations. Some of the calculations which we have done is about peak value, maximum value. Then we have done about the average value. Then we have done about the RMS value, right? Three things we have done, if you remember, right? So last two classes we are doing that only. Today we will work out some problems before we go into the physical meaning of RMS. Okay, the next topic will be physical meaning of RMS. But before we go into that, we will look at some of the problems of calculating average value, RMS value. Last class we have done that, right? So let's take some basic small questions, and let us see how to do that. Okay. So let us take basic questions. So let us say that voltage V is equal to 1 minus sine 1 minus sine omega t. Okay, this is the voltage versus time relationship. Okay, now if they ask to find out what is the RMS value or average value if voltage, this is question number one. Slowly step by step we will go and see the calculation. If voltage is 1 minus sine omega t, then find the what are the things to find? One, two, three. Three things we need to find. First, the amplitude or peak value, peak value. Next, uh, average value, average value. Next, RMS value. Okay. Now you know that whenever they ask average or RMS, they give some interval. So here interval is not given, means you have to take one full cycle. You have to assume it that the interval I have to take as full cycle. Even if it is not given, we have to assume it. So assume, assume over full cycle, full cycle. Okay, let us do that calculation. So can you tell me what will be the maximum value or the peak value or the amplitude of this voltage? Anyone? 1 minus sine omega t. What is the maximum value of this? See, you may face problems in maths, I know, because you are NEET student, so you may have difficulties in math. That is why I am starting a grade 11 batch, which is also going to be free like this. So you can also attend that if you have time. If you are not engaged with any other classes, you can definitely attend them. It will be very good because from basic I am going to start that. Okay. Yeah, definitely. If you regularly attend that, we will finish it because parallelly it will go on grade 11, grade 12, right? Yeah, I have mentioned some timings. If you see in the group, I have mentioned some timing. Okay, and for grade 11, one of the day I have mentioned as Sunday, right? Because other day I am getting classing with other classes. I am also taking out of India abroad some classes, so their timing are different in night only. So some days I am getting class, so that is why I have kept time like this. Okay, so we can manage if you can manage it. Yeah. In this group only, this right now you are joining. I have made a Tejas group, Tejas 1.0. That group, I think you will also be in that group, right? Monish also, I have added that. Okay. So in that group, I have posted the grade 11. Yeah, WhatsApp, WhatsApp. So I have posted today the timing for grade 11. Grade 12 timing also previously I have posted it. Okay. And you can join the group in the app EduMind app. In that EduMind app, right? So if you join there, I think just for sake purpose of some financial, I put 1 rupees. Okay, so 1 rupees you enroll in that course. After you enroll in that course, you will get the access of all the things like of course this YouTube videos we are recording and we are putting in YouTube, but there I will give you the notes, like all the notes I will upload there, and the test paper links there, all those things I will give there. So from that app you can access those things, right? And you can share with your friend because this is free, right? So all of you can join, right? There is nothing is required there. Only thing is your sincerity is required. If you are sincere, regular, definitely you will get advantage. And full opportunities for interaction, that is the main thing. You can ask any questions, anything. You don't have to be hesitant, you can just openly ask questions. Okay, so let us do first question. So first question is amplitude or peak value. So amplitude or peak means maximum value. That means I want to calculate maximum value. Maximum value. So if I want maximum, so you should know 1 minus sine is there. So we are subtracting sine theta or sine this angle. So if you are subtracting here and you want maximum, so you must subtract the minimum value, right? So you must subtract because you are subtracting it. So this should be minimum, because if this is minimum, then this whole thing will be maximum, right? Clear? You getting this? Okay, so you must if you want this maximum, if you want this maximum, then you must subtract minimum, then only you will get maximum. Okay, now to subtract minimum, you tell me what is minimum value of sine. What is the minimum value of sine? What is sine theta minimum value? 0. Yes, tell me. 0. Sam. Okay, then 0 degree 0. What about Chakra and Manish? Minus 1, yes, you are right. Minus 1, the minimum value. Because sine theta, you should know sine theta lie between minus 1 and plus 1, and cos theta also lies between minus 1 and plus 1. So the minimum value, the smallest value of sine theta is minus 1. So we should use minus 1 here. Okay, that's what we have to do. We have to use minus 1. So let us just substitute here. So maximum value of voltage is 1 minus of minus 1. That means it has become 1 plus 1. That has become 2. That is the answer. Okay, that is the answer. So first answer is 2 volt. Unit is of course volt. V equal to volt. So we got the answer for first one. Second one, how to calculate average value. Second Second, average. So remember average value. Yeah. Yes. Yes, Sam. Yes, yes, you are right. Integration of v dx integration, and you have to take interval 0 to cycle time 0 to t divided by time interval is t only, right? This calculation we have to do, right? And we also know that omega is equal to 2 pi by time period. So omega into t is going to be 2 pi. This information we already have. Okay, this we already know. So let us do that. So we will substitute here. Okay, we will substitute v function is this 1 minus sine omega t with respect to time dt. Okay, this integration we have to do. Okay, then next, how to do this integration? We will open this, two terms are there, we will open this. So first you do integration of 1, then minus integration of sine omega t with respect to t, and denominator we have t only, and the limit is same 0 to t, 0 to t, that will put after that. So let us do this calculation. So integration of 1 means 1 only, that means dt integration is t only, dt integration is t minus sine integration. What is integration of sine? Tell me. Minus cos, correct, minus cos. So sine integration gives minus cos omega t. And also note that the coefficient of omega gets divided here, right? You know this. Coefficient gets divided here. Then divided by this capital T is anyway there. Okay, and then we have to take limits also 0 to t. So let us do this integration. So it is coming as t plus cos omega t divided by omega, from going from 0 to capital T by capital T. Okay. Let us now put upper limit. So upper limit t we will put, so t plus cos omega capital T divided by omega, upper limit. This is upper limit, right? Then after upper limit minus lower limit, t value is 0 plus cos of 0 by omega, right? This is lower limit divided by t. So let us solve this. So t plus cos, so omega t is 2 pi, so we are going to substitute 2 pi, cos 2 pi divided by omega minus 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1, so 1 by omega, right, divided by t, divided by t. Now what is cos 2 pi? What is cos 2 pi? Cos 2 pi is how much? What is cos pi then? Yes. So this is where you people are lagging. Okay, cos 0, cos 2 pi, cos 90, cos 2 pi. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Hmm. Yes, Sam, correct. This is what you should not lag. So it is 1 by omega minus 1 by omega divided by t. So you can see that this term get cancelled. Okay. So we are getting t by t. So t by t is coming as 1. This is what is the average. So we got the second answer. Yes. And definitely. From here, which one? This one? Okay. Hmm. Yes, this, see this here na, here what you need to do is, after you have calculated this integration, you have to substitute the value of t, upper value, after minus, then you substitute lower values. Okay, so this is the expression, right? So here if you see, this is t is a variable here. So here also t is a small t is a variable. So we have to substitute capital T here first. So capital T plus cos omega capital T by omega. This is the upper limit after substituting, then minus. Then you substitute 0 here. Yes, 0, lower limit. Okay. So after that, next is simplification. Hmm. Clear? Right? Because 0 plus cos 0 is 1, so 1 by omega it is coming here. And cos 2 pi is also 1, so 1 by omega they got cancelled, T by T 1. Clear? Because omega t is 2 pi, this is what we have to know, right? This one, right? Hmm. Hmm. Done. Okay. Let us move next. Okay, so we have done average. Now RMS we have to do. So let us go next slide. RMS. Third one. No, 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 no. Because this is not just sinusoidal. Because one minus sign is there, right? So you need to write by definition from basic you have to write. Okay. So root under integration of v square dt 0 to t and this. Okay. So this thing is there. So first we will solve this. This part we have to first do the integration. Okay. So let us do that. So 0 to t v square dt 0 to t, v is 1 minus sine omega t whole square dt. Okay. So let us try to understand step by step. See, the thing is that we try to understand, because once you understand, you can derive it by yourself. Okay, you don't have to mark up. Okay, that is. So let us do this. So this is a minus b whole square. You know a minus b whole square. Open that. Open this. A minus b whole square. A square minus 2ab 2 into a into b 2ab plus b square. B square means sin omega t whole square. Right. So a square minus 2ab plus b square, and this whole thing we have to integrate, that is dt. Okay. So let us now open each of them. So first term 1 square means 1 only, 1 dt. Next 2 you take out, integration, that sin omega t dt. Then next you take out sin square omega t dt. Right. So 1, 2, 3, three terms we have. Each of these limit is same. Limits I am not again putting. Limit we know 0 to t we have to put. Okay. That will put in last step. Okay. So integration of dt means t only it will come, minus 2. Sine integration minus cos, right? Hmm, hmm. By omega, correct, right. Now sine square we have to break. Uh, no, no, no. See, sine square we have to break into one power, one power. So you remember this formula, I will tell you first. We have to do trigonometric transformation. Okay. So sine square theta can be written as 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. Correct? Last class also we have done that. Okay. So remember this, sine square theta is 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. So that is what we will do here. We will write it as 1 minus cos 2 theta. Theta is omega t, so 2 omega t by 2. Okay. This is what we have to integrate. So let us do that further. So this is t minus plus 2 cos omega t by omega plus 1 by 2 I will take outside. and again this 1 dt I will break it into two parts, minus integration cos 2 omega t dt. Okay, let us break this into two parts. Then t plus 2 cos omega t by omega plus half. Then again dt integration will give t, minus cos integration will give sine, cos integration gives sine, and note that here the coefficient 2 omega gets divided. Okay, so that's all we have got. Now we have solved the integration. Clear? Anyone, any doubt till here? Now we have to put the limit. Note that there is a square bracket, there is a big square bracket from 0 to 2, right? Now in this whole expression, yes, no, first we will put that afterwards, right? First we are solving the integration part. Okay, okay. So let us now substitute upper limit and then lower limit. Okay, and if you want little bit simplification inside, you can do it, because see, this is t and this is, you can open that, so that will become t by 2, right? You can simplify inside little bit before putting the limits. You can simplify. So if you open this, how much it will become? T plus t by 2, 3t by 2, right? 3t by 2, 2 cos omega t by omega. And if you open this, minus sine 2 omega t by 2 into 2, 4 omega. Okay. Note that I have opened this half and simplified this into 3 terms. Just check this calculation. You can do it, that's okay. But this is sine and cos, we are keeping it separate. Okay, you can take LCM also, that's no problem. But let us now substitute upper limit. Let us put upper limit values. Okay, so in this expression, let us put upper limit. So 3 capital T by 2 plus 2 cos omega capital T by omega minus sine 2 omega capital T by 4 omega. This is upper limit. Now let us substitute lower limits. Lower limit now substitute. 0, first term will be 0, next term will be 2 cos 0 by omega, next term will be minus sine 0 by 4 omega. Are you clear about this? Check that. So where I am substituting, that you have to note, I have substituted in place of this t, 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 right? First time capital T we have substituted, then minus entire thing, then small t, this small t is 0, right? So all this term has become 0, 0, 0. Clear? Okay, now let us solve it. Now let us solve it. So this becomes 3t by 2. Open the bracket now. So 2. Now tell me, omega t is 2 pi. Omega t is 2 pi. Let us write that also. So cos 2 pi by omega minus sine of 2 omega t, 2 into 2 omega means 2 pi, 4 pi it will become, correct? 4 pi it will become by 4 omega minus, this is anyway 0. So 2 cos 0, cos 0 is 1. So 2 by omega, sine 0 is 0. Clear? Tell me. Now you let us simplify. You know that cos 2 omega is also same cos 0 degree like 1, correct? Yes? Yes, are you clear about this? Huh. Let us put one time more. So 3t by 2 plus 2 cos, which is 1 only, 1 by omega, minus sine of 4 pi is 0. You should know that sine of n pi is 0. Sine 0, sine pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, all is 0. Yes, minus 2 by omega. Now you see this term is getting cancelled, 2 by omega, 2 by omega. Show What we are left with only the single term. We are left with 3t by 2. This is integration. Remember, this is integration v square dt 0 to t. This was integration. Now let us calculate RMS value. So Vrms is equal to root under this value 3t by 2, and the cycle time was t. So tt got cancelled, tt got cancelled. You got the answer as root under 3 by 2. Clear? This is the answer in whole. So now this much calculation generally in NEET they don't do also. Teacher also don't do all this because people will not able to understand, right? But it is very important to learn all these things, right? So why? Because it is a physics, part of physics, and maths are involved in physics. We cannot skip that. Even for your board calculation it will come, and you need to do that. But the question is that you may say that I want to learn shortcut, correct? I have to solve a question fast. Shortcut. Now I will give shortcut. That shortcut we can derive it also. Okay. So this question which you have seen here, there is a shortcut which can be derived. Okay. We can derive exactly in the same way we will derive it. So RMS value if we have to calculate. Uh, okay, I think previous slide that question is right. But I will give you the shortcut by which we can derive it. So remember this voltage was 1 minus sine omega t, correct? This was this. Now if I say that this can be written as a plus b sine omega t like this, okay, then I have a direct formula to calculate Vrms. That formula Vrms is root under a square plus b square divided by 2. Yeah. This formula. Now you see here, did he derive this formula? Ah. Yeah, this formula we can just note. We will derive it also. Don't worry, we will derive it. Just like, why you people are not asking questions or interacting? This is a very major problem for teachers, because we teach that nobody respond. It's a zero respond actually. So it is a very difficult thing. Hmm. Who is right now? Who is taking right now? Physics? Kiran sir. Yasin sir was not taking in your batch. Okay, okay. Oh, in your batch, okay, sir. Yeah, Yasin sir left. Okay, so if you use this formula, so A is 1 here. If you compare A is 1 and B is the coefficient, B is minus 1 here. So you can try this. So you will get 1 square plus minus 1 whole square by 2. That means 1 plus 1 by 2. So that means root under 3 by 2. One step you will get this formula, right? So this formula can be derived. So exactly the way how we solved it, exactly the way same way it is derived. Okay. The only thing is that here A was different, B was different. Right. Correct. We have done this right. Now if you see the derivation, you can derive it. It is not a big thing. Right. So suppose for example, if V is equal to A plus B sine omega t, or it can be cos omega t also. Note that this can be either sine or cos. Okay, that also you can try. Okay, it can be either sine or cos, doesn't matter. Okay, so let us derive for cos and check if the formula is same. Okay, let us derive for cos. Okay, a plus b cos omega t. Now what you do, we want RMS, so v square dt. Let us do this derivation over one cycle 0 to t. Let us do that. So 0 to t, a plus b cos omega t whole square dt. Let us open the bracket, a plus b whole square, a square plus 2ab, right, plus b square into dt. Let us open this. So it will become a square dt plus it will become 2ab is constant, right? So 2ab, if you want you can write inside, but you have to take it outside. 2ab cos omega t dt plus b square dt. Open this three term. Now let us open. So a square comes out, it is integration of dt. Here 2ab comes out, it is integration of cos omega t dt. Here b square comes out, it is integration of dt. So let us do that. So a square dt integration is t plus 2ab comes out, cos integration is sine, cos integration is sine divided by omega plus b square comes out, dt integration is t. Okay. Now let us put the limits. Correct? Did I make any mistake? I think b square cos square b square cos square cos square. Oh, b square cos square it is. That is. Otherwise it will be different answer. So cos square remains inside this integration. Cos square omega t dt. Cos square we have to break. Cos square we have to write as 1 minus sine, sorry, 1 plus sine, not sine, cos, sorry, 1 plus cos 2 theta, 1 plus cos 2 theta divided by 2. So 1 plus cos 2 theta divided by 2, that is cos square theta, and 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2, that is sine square, sine square. So sine square cos square, this is how we will break it. Okay, dt. Now let us break that. So this is a square t plus 2ab divided by omega sine omega t plus b square by 2. And now we will open this bracket, integration of 1 dt we can do, and then integration of cos 2 omega t dt we can do. Okay, let us further do that. So a square t plus 2ab by omega sine omega t plus b square by 2. Integration of 1 is t plus cos integration is again sine 2 omega t by 2 omega. That's all. Okay. That's all. Now what you can do is now bring the t terms together. You can open this bracket. So if I open, this is b square 2 by t. So a square plus b square by 2 I will open and take bracket. So t terms I will bring together. Then here term is 2ab by omega sine omega t. And here also will open. So this is b square by 4 omega sine 2 omega t. Right? Done. So we are done. Now we are going to substitute values of the limits from 0 to t. Let us substitute over one cycle. Note we are doing over one cycle. So let us substitute. First, here t will become capital T, right? So a square plus b square by 2 capital T plus 2ab by omega sine omega capital T plus b square by 4 omega sine 2 omega capital T. Now you know that omega t is 2 pi. So sine 2 pi will be 0. Correct. And 2 omega t will become 4 pi. Sine 4 pi is also 0. Right. Right. So this omega t, you know, omega t is 2 pi. So here this will become sine 2 pi. This will become sine 4 pi. This term will become 0, 0. Okay, 0 plus 0. So you are only getting this term, a square plus b square by 2 into capital T. So this is what we have got. And this integration gives us this is square plus b square by 2 into capital T. That's all. Now RMS, when we are calculating RMS, so VRMS when we are calculating, it is under root of this a square plus b square by 2 into T divided by the cycle time T. Right. So that is how the cycle time gets cancelled. and finally Vrms comes as root under a square plus b square by 2. Correct? So the thing is that the same formula is also applicable for second term being sine or cos. What is the difference happens is when if you see this term, suppose if this term is sine, so here sine will come. So when you open it, it will be sine omega t, sine square omega t, right? So it will be sine omega t, sine square omega t. This will be sine omega t, sine square omega t. This sine integration will give minus cos, right? Minus cos omega t by omega. And when you take this sine square, it will become 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. So then when you open this, this will become cos, it will open, and this will also become here minus sign will come. So these two values still cancels out. The idea is that these terms gets completely cancelled out. These trigonometric terms get cancelled out during the derivations. That is why only this term is remaining, right? So only this term remains. That is how this term is coming, and when you take under root this by t, pt get cancelled, this answer comes. Correct? Are you clear this? Yes. Hmm. This is very important derivation, although in your board exam means they may sometime ask, sometime board exam they can ask also. Yeah, derivations, right? They can ask derive. They will give the expression and they will say derive 5 marks question. Derive, the formula is this, and then in this 5 marks question, 3 marks is derivation and 2 marks is a numerical question. 2 marks they will give for a question based on this, where a and b will be given. You will simply use this formula, right? Peak value. Ah, yes, yes, yes. There, yes, yes. That is another way to writing. Suppose V is equal to 1 minus sine omega t. This you can write to 1, you can write as sine square omega t by 2. Okay. Cos square omega t by 2, because sine square plus cos square is 1. And sine omega t can be written as 2 sine omega t by 2 cos omega t by 2. Correct. You can write it like this, because 2 sine theta cos theta is sine theta. Yes, you know that sine theta is 2 sine theta cos theta, and 1 is written like this. So this can be written as sine omega t by 2 minus cos omega t by 2 whole square, you can write. Okay, we can be written like this. Okay, so if I write like this, this approach is a better approach. Now the thing is that this term which we are getting here, we can simplify in one manner. How can we simplify this? We can write this as this a sine, I think this formula, right? Y is equal to a sine theta plus b cos theta is written as root under a square plus b square sine theta plus phi. Yes, this formula, yes, a sine theta plus b cos theta, angle is same. A sine theta plus b cos theta can be written as root under a square plus b square into sine theta plus phi. You know this formula or not? And this derivation also I will put tan phi here is b pi, where tan phi is p pi. We'll give that. Okay. But note, suppose if this formula is there, so here the coefficients is 1 and minus 1. Right? 1 and minus 1 is there. So we can write this as 1 square and minus 1 square. Using this formula, we can write. And then we can write this as sine of theta plus phi. Theta means this omega t by 2, and phi means some angle will come. Okay. So some angle. So now you see this has become root of 2 square. Root of 2 square means it will become 2 only. 2 sine omega t by 2 plus 5. And note that this is square of that, so this is sine square. Okay. So this v can be written in this way. We can write it in this way. We can write in this way. But the thing is that if you try, this is sine square function. Sine square function, you can do the RMS calculations. Okay, we can do that. Okay, but the thing is that peak calculation immediately you can do, because peak value of sine square is 1 maximum. That's why 2 into 1 will give 2. Directly also you can calculate. Correct? Because sine square maximum value is 1. Sine square maximum is 1. So 2 into 1 will give 2. That is the peak value. But I think this formula is better you remember, because it can be anything APC. I think some network issue was there. Okay, so remember this formula. This is a better formula. This formula can be used for RMS calculation. But remember, if the question is in that form, then only we can use. Okay, a plus b sine theta or a minus b sine theta, like that. Okay, right. Now this formula is a very important formula. This formula derivation we will do. Okay, very important derivation. Suppose y is equal to a sine theta plus b cos theta. Okay, so now I can do like this. I can multiply root under a square plus b square into a divided by root under a square plus b square into sine theta. Plus here also I will do the same thing. I will multiply and I will divide a square plus b square cos, right? We can do it like this because no effect will happen. This will cancel out, this will cancel out. Okay, this will remain a sin theta, that will remain b cos theta, because these two terms are going to be cancelled anyway, right? So what we are doing is we are multiplying and dividing by this term only. Why are we doing that? That you will understand next step. Okay, why are we doing these things? That you will understand next step. Okay, so next step, let us write this as, let us take this as common. Okay, let us take this as common. So root under a square plus b square we take common. Then we are left with, let us keep sin theta first, sin theta, and then this a by root under a square plus b square, keep it next, right? Plus, then you keep cos theta first, and then keep this term b by root under a square plus b square. Correct? Like this we can write. Okay. Now you have to understand one thing is that, suppose if I draw a triangle, suppose if I draw a triangle with angle phi, and this angle is A and this angle is B, then this is hypotenuse A square plus B square. This is 90 degree. Correct? We can take a triangle, one side A, another side B, and this is hypotenuse root under A square plus B. Now tell me, what is A by this? A by hypotenuse, what is that? Sin phi or cos phi, what it is? Cos phi. Okay, so let us write that. So root under A square plus B square sin theta cos phi plus cos theta, B divided by this, what it is? B by hypotenuse, sin phi, correct, sin phi. So now what we got, can you tell what formula it is? Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, which formula it is? No, no, sine A plus B, compound angle formula it is, correct? Sine A plus B, yes. So, yes, sine A plus compound angle formula. So, sine A plus B is sine A cos B plus cos A sine B, compound angle formulas. Okay, that's how it is coming, right? So, this V or this Y, whatever it is, it can be written in this form. And we can see that here this is like the amplitude, this is like the peak value or maximum value, because sine maximum will be what? Sine maximum will be 1. So maximum value of y will be root under a square plus b square, and sine minimum will be minus 1. So minimum value will be minus root under a square plus b square. So that is an important expression. So if I have to calculate y maximum, then it will become root under a square plus b square. And if I take y minimum, then it will become minus root under a square plus b square. And what is phi here? You can clearly see in this triangle. What is phi? So tan phi is b by a. From this triangle, we can clearly see that. Correct? Okay. So that is what it is. If y is equal to a sine theta plus b cos theta, then it can be written like this way. This is what you have to note. You can write it or rewrite it in this form. Because a and because no, because in this formula we are writing theta plus phi, right? So somebody can ask what is phi, somebody can ask what is phi. This is what is phi. Phi can be calculated from this triangle b by a. We can easily calculate that. Then done. Yes, understood that. Now I will ask one question. Did you watch the last video? How many of you have watched my last video, last class? Or did you go through the notes? Did you try to again revise class notes? Revised. Monish, what about you? No. So see the class video you can also watch in YouTube. I'm uploading today. Also, I will upload. The thing is that last class I gave a very good question, and there was some opinion like this is not correct. That is, so we got it. Whatever we got, it is correct. Now the thing is that uh, last class we can apply something we did not apply. That what is that? The given value we did not apply. Okay, so I will repeat that question and I will tell you the graph. I told them mathematically I am not worse, but I always think about it whenever I give, because I don't take question from books, right? I just give whatever it comes to my mind, and I will think about it and I will go through it. So I will discuss that question. Last class, if you remember, we have discussed, and I will tell a very good technique. Very good. Always I try to learn maths. There is a technique called shifting of graph. Shifting of graph technique I will also tell you. Okay. So suppose this was the graph, voltage time graph. It was last class we have seen, and this graph was going like this. Maximum value was V naught. Okay, and then here graph was there, and again the graph went like this way, like this. Okay, like this, and this graph again gets repeated. This graph was repeating like this. Okay, like this. Now here you need to note that this is time 0 and this is one complete cycle, right? Because after this cycle is over. After that the same graph is being repeated, isn't it? Because if you see this graph and then this graph, after that the same graph is being repeated. So this is one complete cycle. Okay, so this time was t by 2. This time it was t and this time was t by 2, this point. Okay. So here I asked to calculate average and RMS. Average was 0 because this area cancels out. Equal area cancels out. Remember, we discussed that. So whatever area here positive and this negative area will cancel out. Average will become 0 over one cycle. So average, if we calculate average 0 to t v dt divided by t, this becomes 0, right? So that is why it becomes 0, because the area, because this gives area under the graph. Remember, this gives area under the graph, so this area's equal area cancels out. Now when I ask RMS, I told that we need to use the equation. Without that we cannot do, correct? Without that we cannot do. So when we do RMS, we need equations. So how to calculate equation? There are many ways to calculate equation, right? There are many ways to calculate equation. So there are of course two different lines. So for this first line we need equation, and for this line also we need equations. There are two lines within this graph, one cycle. There are two different lines are there. So we need the equation of both the lines, right? Correct. And one way, this the first, and we know that these angles are equal, right? By symmetry we can see all these angles are equal. We don't have to worry about that. So slope are going to be same. This line or this line, slope is going to be same. So what is the slope of this line? If you see this, and what is the equation of this line? I think I also gave you the equation of this line, correct? V is equal to V naught T, something like this I gave. Did I give the equation? Did I give the equation or not give equation? I think I gave the equation, correct? We- hmm. So like this equation I gave, V equal to V naught T equation I gave, right? This equation. So if you see this equation, this is equation of a line y equal to mx. I hope you know this equation, y equal to mx. Yes, mx. Y equal to mx is a line passing through the origin. That much you know, right? Right. So this tan theta. Now from this, what is tan theta? What is tan theta? From this, if you see here, this value is V naught and this value is t by 2. T by 2. So tan theta is the slope here. Tan theta is the slope, which is V naught divided by t by 2, which is 2 V naught by t. Yes. Now this slope, that is what here last class nobody tried to think about it. This slope which is there, this is what is the slope m, right? This is what is mx, right? So I'm into t. So this is the slope v naught. That is what we did not see. So, so this slope is same as v naught. This is same as v naught. So from here v naught cancel. This time period is actually 2 seconds. Time is 2 seconds. Now you tell me the derivation that we have done. Tell me the formula for RMS which we have derived. Remember that. Can you tell me RMS formula which we derived last class? I will also check that. You check the link of the PDF file. RMS formula we derive. I don't want to do again that same calculation. This one was the formula. I will write it again. V naught T root under 1 by 24 1 plus 4 by t square. Correct? Check that. Yes. VRMS we have derived. Did you check that? The PDF file also it is there. Okay. Check this. Can you see that in the PDF file? I don't want to again go derivation because it will be very lengthy. Last class we have done this. Okay. For the entire cycle we have taken. Note that we have taken over full cycle. Over full cycle. over full cycle. Now see, we have got time 2 na, we got time 2, right? Time 2 you substitute that, okay, you substitute that. So v naught into 2, 1 by 24, 1 plus 4 by 2 square, which is also 4. So this 4 will get cancelled, right? So this 4 1 plus 1 2 it will come here, and 1 by 12 will come. So v naught 2 1 by 12 it will come. Okay, then this 2 if you want you can take inside. Okay, take this inside. So v naught, or this here you can take 4 into 3, so 2 you can, so v naught by root 3 will come. Correct? Check this. Correct? Yes. Now, and tell me, for half cycle also we have calculated. Half cycle, what was RMS? Half cycle. Half cycle also we have calculated. This was V naught T by root 12. Yes. Right. So now you substitute 2 here. By, are we getting the same answer? Are we getting the same answer? That is what, yes, last class I was thinking about why the values are not same. Why the values are not same? I was thinking about it because we missed out the value of this t, because here the slope is v naught by t by 2 and equation was given. So by comparing them, that time has come as 2, right? Because time has come as 2, so the this and this are going to be same, this and this is going to be same. Okay, v naught by root 3. Now very important thing is that why it should be same. Why it should be same? Because for that you need to see v square graph. I told v square graph is a parabola, right? Parabola. So when you take v square graph, this is going to be like this parabola, like this. Okay, here, and this graph is also going to be symmetric, so it will be going to be like this. Okay, so this graph like this graph like this represent parabola. Okay, so suppose if you consider, I will just redraw this graph for v square graph. So suppose v square graph, if I draw v square graph versus time, so v square graph is going to be a parabola like this. Both are part of parabola. Okay. So here this time is t by 2. This time is t by 2. This time is t. This is 0. Now suppose if I take 0 to t, 0 to t, 0 to t means I have to take total area. Correct? Total area. So let us call this area as a by 2 and this area as a by 2. So total area will be a divided by total time. Okay, that is under root of this, that will be vrms. Okay, vrms is, you know, that is root under square, right? V square dt by this time. So v square dt means it is the area under total v square graph. V square graph area is a divided by time. Now if you take half, let us say if I take half here to here, if I take, what is vrms? Half cycle, root under this area become half a by 2 and this time become t by 2. So again it is coming root under a by t. You see this value, this value and this values are same. Correct? This value and this value same. So this is what it is. If the graph is symmetric, right? If graph is symmetric, then whether you take full cycle or whether you take half cycle, RMS comes same value. Same RMS comes. Correct? Now that is how the uh, yeah, that is how the NEET student should think now, because you have to take over full cycle, which is a big calculation. Why not take over half cycle? Correct? Half cycle calculation is quite easy, because finding the equation of that line was very difficult, and then squaring that and doing calculation. Instead of that, this first line only we have to square, and it is going like this way. It is a simple parabola that can be easily integrated. Clear? Understood that? That is what it is. So now try to think about it, and remember, now I will give you this sine graph also. Suppose this is sine graph. Let us say this is sine graph. So tell me, RMS we have done calculation, you remember, for sine graph. RMS calculation we have done, V is equal to sine omega t. Yeah. Hmm. V not sine omega t. So we have done RMS calculation over full circle, means full cycle. Full cycle was V naught by root 2, correct? And this half cycle, RMS over half cycle was also same, yes? Remember, over half cycle was also V naught by root 2. Now, what happen if I take 1/4 of the cycle, 1/8 of the cycle? This also you think. If I calculate VRMS over 1/8 or 1/4, 1/4, 1/4 cycle, okay, and VRMS over 1/8 cycle. I think last class we have done this. Can you remember the value? Do you remember? 1/4 and 1/8. This is also V naught by root 2. 1/8 was how much? Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Did I give the calculation for 1/8? 1/8 are given. This if it comes in it, nobody will be able to do. But that is why I told you have to remember that. V naught by root 2, root under 1 minus 2 by pi. You remember this? Last class. We derived this. Check the notes, it is there. V naught by root 2, root under 1 minus 2 by pi. Yes. So these values you have to, if you really want to crack NEET with good score, don't think that easy question only come. Easy question you can do. Okay. Did you do the last class I gave one assignment? Did you do, Sam? Monish? One file I sent in the group. Did you do that? No. One file I sent in the group based on last. Huh? Start. You don't worry. Okay. Whatever you have doubts, you solve and not understand, you can send message in the WhatsApp. I will discuss in the next class, or you highlight and keep that this is my doubt number one, doubt two, doubt three. We keep it and discuss in the class. I will discuss it. Okay. But you need to really work. Okay, fine. Then we'll see next class. Okay. So go through this. I will send further questions also on this topic. Okay. Then we'll see next class. Bye bye. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.